from police. Morning, everyone, and thank you for joining us. I'm Gary Libertor.
And I'm Storm Tracker 2 meteorologist Hannah Evans.
And it sounds like some rain's coming down pretty heavy this morning.
Yes, we are still seeing rain, and we're seeing some fog as well. So just be careful of that when driving, but the rain clears out this afternoon.
For another nice day.
Yes, it should be a really nice afternoon. So let's take a look now at the Yorkville Battery, Storm Tracker 2, Doppler radar. We are seeing rain at this time. A heavier band did move through Utica, and then we're also seeing some heavier rain showers down in Otsego County this morning. So because of this, the National Weather Service does have a flood watch for Otsego and Chenango counties, our southern portion of our viewing area, through 8 a.m. this morning. It looks like the heavier rain will stop later this morning, and we look to dry out by noon this afternoon. So just watching these two counties, Chenango and Otsego counties. At this point, no flood warnings are in place. It's just a flood watch. So we'll keep you updated on that. But if you are heading out the door, make sure to grab the rain jacket or the umbrella. We are seeing rain, and we're also seeing some patchy fog. So just be careful of that when driving. We are going to feel a little bit more like fall later this afternoon, and then tomorrow as well. We are going to be seeing sunshine return this afternoon. It's going to be a little bit cooler, and then tomorrow it's going to be a lot cooler with highs just in the mid-60s. And then we have a nice weekend ahead with low humidity and sunshine continuing. So today, after the rain clears out later this afternoon, we will be seeing some sunshine. Highs are going to be in the upper 60s, so a little bit cooler. I will talk a little bit more about this fall-like weather coming up, Gary.
Hannah, thanks. And don't forget, the Storm Tracker 2 forecast is never more than 10 minutes away. Developing.
The WKTV Tower Cam is brought to you by the Central Association for the Blind and Visually Impaired.
Welcome back this morning. If you are grabbing the coffee, maybe the medium today, it's not cold really. It's still kind of warm and muggy, but we are seeing rain. It's a gloomy start with rain, so grab that umbrella as well. But the good news is that this afternoon we look to dry out. So the chance of rain is scattered to probable for the rest of this morning. Once we head into just around noon, we see that chance of rain dramatically drop, and then we will be dry for the rest of the day. It looks like we will be dry through the weekend. So if you did want to spend time outside, I would say this afternoon is going to be pretty nice. Then tomorrow and Friday, definitely fall days coming in. Mid-60s tomorrow, upper 60s on Friday with sunshine. We'll be a little bit warmer on Saturday in the low 70s, but still the humidity is gone. Gary.
Hannah, thanks. More now in our follow-up report.
From Central New York's most dependable weather team, here's meteorologist Hannah Evans.
Good morning, everybody. We are starting out with rain showers this morning, along with some patchy fog, but we should be clearing out this afternoon. So let's take a look at downtown Utica. Cloudy skies, as we can see, wet roads, so just be careful of that this morning. We're also seeing patchy fog, so be careful of low visibility when driving, especially with the rain we're seeing now. Here's a look at our Yorkville Battery Storm Tracker 2 Doppler radar. We are seeing scattered light to moderate showers in the Mohawk Valley and up north, and some heavier showers south in Otsego County at this point. And this cold front is continuing to push its way through. That is where the rain came from, but this will move through by this afternoon, and we should be seeing sunshine this afternoon as well. But with the heavier rain focused south of our viewing area, Otsego County and Chenango counties are under a flood watch through 8 a.m. We're just watching it. No flood warnings at this time, but they are seeing heavier rain than the Mohawk Valley and up north. So just keep in mind we are watching the possibility of flooding in Otsego and Chenango counties this morning. Our temperatures are still on the higher side. We're in the 60s, so we're still a little bit warmer to start. 63 degrees in Little Falls and Whitesboro. And looking to the south, we have 62 degrees in Cooperstown. Still a little bit muggy, 62 degrees for that dew point. But look to the west of us where that cold front already moved through. Really comfortable dew points over there. So that's what we're going to be seeing starting tomorrow, and that will last through the weekend. We're also going to cool down so today, this afternoon, highs are just going to be near 70. Yesterday we were near 80, so about 10 degrees cooler today after that cold front moves through. Tomorrow, really cool day, highs just in the mid 60s, and then we will remain in the lower 70s for the weekend and even into next week. So although it may start to feel like fall, we're not really seeing any peak color yet on fall foliage, but it is coming up. For the first week of October, you can expect to see peak color up in the Adirondacks. Second week of October for the rest of the North Country, along with the Southern Valleys, and the third week of October here in the Mohawk Valley. So that's when to expect peak color, so it is coming up at this time. This weekend, I said yesterday that we may be seeing cloudy skies and windy conditions from the way Hurricane Lee is moving, especially on Saturday. But at this point, the track of it has moved further off into the east, so it looks to not affect us anymore. We're probably not going to be seeing cloudy skies and breezy conditions on Saturday. So we look to remain dry on Saturday while Hurricane Lee does make landfall in Nova Scotia. So today on our Skycast, we are seeing that rain, but by noon, as we can see, clearing out to some sunshine coming in. We will be seeing sunshine for the rest of the afternoon with highs near 70. And tonight, we will remain cool with the low in the 50s. Tomorrow, we will be on the cooler side. We see partly cloudy skies tomorrow, just in the lower 60s at noon and just the mid 60s for the high temperature. Also a little bit of a breeze. So expect the rain to clear out today, early afternoon. Afterwards, we see cooler weather, highs just near 70. And tonight, we drop down to the 50s. It's going to be comfortable again for sleeping. Lower humidity for the rest of the week and into the weekend. Highs are just in the mid 60s tomorrow. We will be in the lower 70s for the weekend, but we're still going to be seeing low humidity at this time. Gary?
Some rain this morning and then it clears right out.
Yes, and it should be a nice week and a nice weekend.
Beautiful.
Yes.
Hannah, thank you. The time right now is 5:20. Thank you for joining us for this half hour. I'm Gary Liberatore.
And I'm Storm Tracker 2 meteorologist Hannah Evans.
I never seen a darker shot than that.
Yes, we're seeing some fog this morning too, so that's why it's so dark outside.
Yeah, can't see a thing.
Yes, so rain and fog, but then we'll get better later, which is good.
Yeah, and it's a nice stretch coming up too, right?
Yes. So let's take a look now at the Yorkville Battery Storm Tracker 2 Doppler radar. Rain this morning. We're seeing scattered showers in the Mohawk Valley and up north, and we're seeing some heavier rain in the southern valleys like Otsego County this morning. And because of this, the National Weather Service has issued a flood watch through 8 a.m. for Otsego County and Shenango counties, just to keep an eye on things. But at this point, no flood warnings are in effect, but they are seeing heavier rain south of the Mohawk Valley this morning. We're also dealing with patchy fog, so be careful of low visibility when driving, and definitely grab the umbrella to start, but we'll dry out this afternoon with some sunshine. It's going to start feeling a little bit more like fall later, and especially tomorrow. We also see a nice weekend ahead with low humidity and sunshine. So expect rainy conditions for the morning, but we do start to dry out and we'll be seeing some sunshine later. Highs are just going to be near 70. I will talk a little bit more about this fall-like stretch coming up, Gary.
Anna, thanks. And don't forget, the Storm Tracker 2 forecast is never more than 10 minutes away. New this morning, the
York's most dependable weather team. Here's meteorologist Hannah Evans.
Good morning, everybody. We are starting out with cloudy skies and some rain this morning, and we're also seeing some patchy fog. Let's take a look at downtown Utica. I will maybe give myself extra time to get out the door because the roads are wet, so you probably need to drive a little bit slower, and there is low visibility in spots, so be careful of that. Here's a look at our Yorkville Battery Storm Tracker 2 Doppler radar. We're seeing heavier rain in Otsego County at this point. The rest of us are seeing scattered showers still moving through, and that is due to the cold front moving through, bringing in this rain. This looks to clear out just around noon, but because we are seeing heavier rain to the south, the National Weather Service has put Otsego County and Shenango counties under a flood watch through 8 a.m. So we're just watching those two counties because the heavier rain is there. Our temperatures are still in the 60s this morning. We have 63 degrees in Little Falls and Whitesboro. Looking to the south, we have 62 degrees in Cooperstown and in Norwich. We're still a bit muggy, 62 degrees for the dew point, but if we look to the west, where that cold front came from, it's really comfortable over there with very low dew points and humidity. So today, once this rain clears out, we'll be a little bit cooler. Highs just near 70 today. Tomorrow, highs just in the mid 60s. So it is going to feel a little bit more like fall for this afternoon. And then tomorrow into the weekend, still going to feel like fall. Highs are just going to be in the low 70s with sunshine and very low humidity. So although this fall-like weather is coming in, we're not going to be seeing peak color just yet. That looks to come in October. First week of October, expected to see peak fall color in the Adirondacks. Second week of October for the rest of the North Country and the Southern Valleys, and a little bit later here in the Mohawk Valley. So that's coming up pretty soon, though. For this weekend, it's looking to be nice now. I know I mentioned yesterday it could be cloudy and windy on Saturday due to Hurricane Lee, but The tropical tracker and the other tracks are showing that it does come in further off the East Coast, so it does look to start to bring rain to New England still Saturday morning. Makes landfall in Nova Scotia. At this point, it's saying it will make landfall as a Category 1 hurricane, but it's way off our area at this point, so it looks like it won't affect us at all, and we will be seeing sunshine for a nice weekend. On our Skycast today, we're still dealing with some rain, but good news is just around noon, as we can see, that starts to clear out and we'll start to see some sunshine. It's going to be a nice afternoon with highs near 70 and a cool, comfortable night with a low in the 50s. Tomorrow will be really nice and fall-like. If you do like that fall weather, tomorrow is going to be really nice for that. We'll just be in the lower 60s at noon and the mid 60s for the high temperature with a little bit of a breeze. But as for today, dealing with some rain first that starts to clear out around noon, and we see sunshine come in, lower humidity as well with highs just near 70. Tonight it will be really comfortable for sleeping. Tomorrow, a really nice fall-like day. We'll be in the mid 60s with sunshine. We'll warm up a little bit more on Friday with some sunshine. As we head into the weekend, we'll warm up into the low 70s, but the good news is that we're still not going to be seeing any humidity. Gary?
Get through the rain this morning and it's clear sailing.
Yes, and it should be a really nice end of the week and weekend.
Wow, thank you.
You're welcome.
The time right now is 5:51. I'm Gary Libertor.
And I'm Storm Tracker 2 meteorologist Hannah Evans.
And it is Wednesday the 13th, not Friday the 13th, even though that fog out there is a little eerie.
Yes, it is, but Friday the 13th is actually next month.
Oh boy.
We have one in October.
That's a long ways away.
Yes, but foggy start, and then we're seeing some rain, but this afternoon is going to be nice actually, so it should be good.
Another nice day.
Yes, so let's take a look now at the Yorkville Battery. Storm Tracker 2 Doppler radar. Just still seeing some rain this morning. We're seeing scattered showers for the Mohawk Valley and up north, and heavier rain showers in Otsego County with the way the system is moving in. Because of this, the National Weather Service has put Otsego and Chenango counties under flood watch through 8 a.m. The rain will start to die down later this morning, and it looks to clear out this afternoon for some sunshine and cooler, more fall-like weather, but we just have to deal with the rain and the fog to start, so make sure you grab that umbrella and maybe give yourself extra time to commute to wherever you are going. It's going to feel more like fall for this afternoon, and then even tomorrow we'll just be in the mid 60s for the high temperature with sunshine. It's going to continue to be nice through the weekend. So today, expect some rain to start. We'll start to see the weather improve throughout the day. We'll just be near 70, so a little bit cooler today. I will talk a little bit more about this nice weather coming up, Gary.
Anna, thank you, and don't forget the Storm Tracker 2 forecast is never more than 10 minutes away. Developing this morning, Utica police released.
The WKTV Tower Cam is brought to you by the Central Association for the Blind and Visually Impaired.
Welcome back. Bringing back the coffee cast for this morning because although it's not cold, it's still a bit warm and muggy. It's still rainy and like a gloomy morning, so maybe grab the medium coffee for today. We are going to start to cool down in the overnights over the next couple of days after this cold front pushes through this morning. So we see the chance of rain dramatically drop later this morning. It does start to clear out later this morning, and then we will be seeing sunshine actually come in this afternoon. Dry for the rest of the day, and then dry weather through the weekend, so it is going to be a few nice days to go outside. This afternoon will be nice, and then tomorrow really nice and fall-like, highs just in the mid 60s. Tomorrow, or Friday and Saturday, will be in the low 70s, so still on the cooler side for this time of year. That fall-like weather coming back in, and we're not going to be seeing any humidity. Gary?
Anna, thanks. More now in our follow-up report about.
From Central New York's most dependable weather team, here's meteorologist Hannah Evans.
Good morning, everybody. We are starting out with cloudy skies and some rain this morning, but we clear out in the afternoon. Let's take a look at downtown Utica. Wet roads, cloudy skies, also some patchy fog is possible, so I would maybe give yourself a little bit extra time to get out the door and drive to wherever you are going for this morning. We're still seeing rain, but it is starting to move through. Here's our Yorkville Battery, Storm Tracker 2, Doppler radar. Light to moderate showers in the Mohawk Valley and up north. It's a little bit heavier in Otsego County, and this is just with the way that the system is moving through. The cold front is pushing through at this hour, so the National Weather Service has put out a flood watch watch for Otsego and Chenango counties through 8 a.m. just because it is a little bit heavier there. So we're just keeping an eye on those two counties. Our sky watchers have us in the 60s this morning. We have 61 degrees in Old Forge, 64 degrees in Westdale. And if we look to the south, we have 62 degrees in Cooperstown. So it's still warm and muggy to start with our dew point at 62 degrees. But if we look to the west where that cold front already moved through, really comfortable humidity over there with very low dew points. So that's what we're going to be seeing once this cold front pushes out. We're also going to drop in temperature. This afternoon we'll just reach near 70, mid-60s tomorrow. Really nice fall day tomorrow. And then we'll remain in the lower 70s for the weekend. So although it is going to start to feel like fall once again, we're not at our peak color just yet for the leaves. Leaves are just starting to change at this point. You can expect peak color in the Old Forge and Adirondack area the first week of October, second week of October for the rest of the North Country and the Southern Valleys, and a little bit later here in the Mohawk Valley. Now for this weekend, I know I did mention that we could be seeing some effects on Saturday from Hurricane Lee, but at this point the models are showing it a little bit more off the coast, so it looks like it won't affect us at all. It does start to bring rain to New England early Saturday morning. It does make landfall Saturday afternoon around Nova Scotia. At this point it's saying it will make landfall as a Category 1 hurricane, and it will continue to push northeast. We are not going to be seeing any effects from this here in central New York. So today we are seeing rain. It looks to clear out though later this morning, and we look to start to see some sunshine just around noon today. It will be cooler. Highs are just going to be near 70, but it will be nice with some sunshine. Tonight will be really comfortable for sleeping with the low in the 50s, and tomorrow it will be more fall-like with sunshine. A little bit breezy, lower 60s at noon tomorrow, mid 60s for the high temperature. So if you do like that fall weather, tomorrow is going to be perfect. So for today, expect the rain to clear out here this morning, and then we start to see some sunshine later. It should be a nice afternoon with highs near 70. Tonight we'll get really comfortable for sleeping with the low in the 50s, and tomorrow we'll just reach the mid 60s with sunshine. The weekend warms up a little bit more, but it's still going to be nice with low humidity. Gary?
Great 7-day forecast.
Yes, a nice stretch we're in, and that fall-like weather is starting to come in, which I like.
Yeah, nice cooler temperatures.
Yes.
A gorgeous week here in September. And be sure to like us on Facebook, and thank you for joining us for this half hour. I'm Gary Libertor.
And I'm Storm Tracker 2 meteorologist Hannah Evans.
And some of those shots, it's pretty foggy around the region.
Yes, foggy this morning. Also still seeing some rain, but we'll clear out for a nice afternoon.
Yeah, we did hear some heavy rain earlier, about an hour ago or so.
Yes, it's still a little bit heavy to the south, but once again, it looks to clear out this afternoon, so it should be fine.
Hey, a nice, gorgeous day ahead.
Yes, so let's take a look now at the Yorkville Battery Storm Tracker 2 Doppler radar. There is heavier rain south of the Mohawk Valley at this point, also into southern Herkimer County, but the rest of us are just seeing light to moderate showers, and this will move out pretty quickly here this morning. We will be seeing dry weather and sunshine this afternoon, and we did have a flood watch in effect for Otsego and Chenango counties, but that just expired about 30 seconds ago, so they're no longer watching Otsego and Chenango counties. So we are seeing patchy fog this morning along with the rain, so make sure you grab the umbrella to start. It is going to clear out this afternoon, feeling a little bit more like fall, and it's really going to be a nice fall-like day tomorrow. It's also going to be a nice weekend, so after today, it does get better. We will be seeing sunshine and highs near 70 today, and I will talk a little bit more about this nice stretch coming up, Gary.
Hannah, thanks, and don't forget the Storm Tracker 2 forecast is never more than 10 minutes away. New this morning, the CD.
The Cooperstown Camp is brought to you by Utica National Insurance Group.
Welcome back. Here's a look at our Yorkville Battery Storm Tracker 2 Doppler radar. Rain is moving out at this point. We're just seeing some light showers in the Mohawk Valley and up north. Some heavier rain in Otsego County and southern Herkimer County over in the valley. So keep that in mind this morning and be careful when commuting. We're also seeing patchy fog. But this rain does clear out later this morning, and we actually see some sun come in this afternoon. Highs are going to be near 70, so a little bit cooler and more fall-like. Tomorrow, definitely a fall day with highs in the mid-60s, and will remain in the low 70s into the weekend. So this is still going to feel a little bit cooler because we are going to be seeing low humidity as well. So if you did want to do any yard work or mow your lawn, I would maybe hold off on today and wait till tomorrow when things dry out. But it's going to be a nice end of the week and weekend to do any yard work or to mow your lawn. Gary.
Hannah, thanks. Looking ahead now, the Munson Museum.
New York's most dependable weather team. Here's meteorologist Hannah Evans.
Good morning, everybody. We are starting out with rain showers this morning, but the good news is that we clear up this afternoon. Let's take a look at downtown Utica. We are seeing wet roads to start. We're also seeing some patchy fog, and there is an accident there you can see, so I would maybe give myself a little bit extra time to head out the door here this morning. We're still seeing rain at this hour. Here is our Yorkville Battery Storm Tracker 2 Doppler radar. Some lighter showers up in the North Country along with the Utica-Rome area. We are seeing some heavier rain over in the valley and down into Otsego County this morning. So that's where the heavier band is, but it will continue to move out and push out along with our cold front. We look to be dry later this morning. So Nala and her neighbor Luna are having a little bit trouble seeing each other this morning because it's raining and foggy, but they're excited to sunbathe together later this afternoon when it dries out and we see that sun return. Our Skywatchers have us in the 60s this morning. We have 61 degrees in Old Forge and 64 degrees in Westdale. If we take a look to the south, we have 62 degrees in Cooperstown. So it's still warm and muggy this morning, 62 degrees for that dew point. But if we look to our west, really low dew points over there, really comfortable humidity. That's from that cold front. So that's what's going to be coming in for us for tomorrow and the end of the weekend. We're also going to cool down. So today, highs are just going to be near 70, about 10 degrees cooler than yesterday. Tomorrow, mid-60s. Tomorrow is going to be a perfect fall-like day outside. And then as we head into the end of the weekend, we'll reach the lower 70s, but still going to feel nice with low humidity and sunshine. So although these fall-like temperatures and fall-like weather is coming in, we don't see our peak color just yet. We still have a little bit to go, but it is right around the corner. First week of October to see peak fall color up in the Adirondacks. Second week of October for the rest of the North Country and the southern valleys, and a little bit later here in the Mohawk Valley, but still it's coming up pretty soon in about a month or so. I know I did mention that Saturday we may be affected by Hurricane Lee, but at this point a lot of the models are showing that it does move in a little bit further away from us. So it looks to bring rain to the New England area still, and this is showing that it will make landfall as a Category 1 hurricane in Nova Scotia. But as we can see here, it is far away enough from central Newark that it doesn't look to have any more effects on us. I know that might be a little bit windy and cloudy, but at this point the forecast has changed. It looks to be nice on Saturday. And today we will be nice this afternoon. Once this rain clears out this morning, we will be dry, and this is noon, starting to see a few peaks of sunshine come in. Will be sunny later with highs near 70. Tonight we will be really cool. We'll fall into the 50s. Tomorrow we'll only warm up just a little bit. We'll be at the lower 60s at noon and the mid 60s for the high temperature with sunshine and breezy conditions. So really nice fall-like day tomorrow. Today though, once again, gloomy start. We'll clear out though. We'll see some sun later and we'll reach the right near 70 degrees. Tonight it's going to be comfortable for sleeping. We'll fall into the 50s. Tomorrow mid 60s. Really nice day tomorrow. Really nice day on Friday. And the weekend looks nice as well in the low 70s with low humidity. Gary?
Can't beat that 7-day.
Yes, I love the fall-like weather and I love the low humidity.
Yeah,
so it should be nice.
Lots of sunshine.
Yes.
Hannah, thanks. The time right now is 6:51. Still ahead on Sunrise, there has been a change.
From where the news comes first, this is News Channel 2 at 7 a.m. on CW11.
Good morning, and thank you for joining us here on the CW11. I'm Gary Libertor.
And I'm Storm Tracker 2 meteorologist Hannah Evans.
And it seems like the rain has quieted down here.
Yes, we're going to start to dry out this morning, and then we'll be seeing some sun return this afternoon.
So a gorgeous day.
Yes, so it's going to be nice.
Nice.
So let's take a look now at the Yorkville Battery Storm Tracker 2 Doppler radar. Just some light showers here in Utica. Then we're also seeing some lighter showers up north. The heavier band is moving through the valley at this point in southern Herkimer County, moving out of Otsego County. So this will continue to move through this morning. We look to dry out later this morning, and we'll be seeing some sun come in this afternoon. We're still a little bit warm. We're in the 60s. We have 64 degrees in Westmoreland and 63 degrees in Little Falls, and still a bit muggy, but today we'll just reach near 70 and will be nice with lower humidity. So just watch out for some patchy fog and wet roads to start this morning, but it's going to start to feel a little bit more like fall later, and especially tomorrow. After that, we still have a really nice weekend ahead with low humidity. So for today, expect the sun to start to come in later this afternoon. We'll reach near 70, and I will talk a little bit more about this nice stretch that's coming in. Coming up, Gary.
Hannah, thanks. And don't forget the Storm Tracker 2 forecast, never more than 10 minutes away. Developing this morning, Utica.
From Central New York's most dependable weather team, here's meteorologist Hannah Evans.
Good Good morning, everybody. We are starting out with some rain this morning, but it does clear out for the afternoon. Let's take a look at downtown Utica. We are seeing wet roadways and still some patchy fog is possible this morning, so maybe give yourself a little extra time to head out the door. Here is a look at York Full Battery Storm Tracker 2 Doppler radar. The rain is moving to the east, so our western portion of our viewing area is mostly dry now. We are seeing that heavier band moving through the valley. It's moving out of Otsego County too, and this is as this cold front continues to push through. We will be dry later this morning, seeing sunshine this afternoon. Our sky watchers have us in the 60s. We have 63 degrees in Mohawk, New Hartford, and Clinton. And if we look to the south, we have 62 degrees in Cooperstown. We're also still a little bit muggy this morning, 62 degrees for the dew point. But if we look to our west, we see those low dew points. That's from that cold front, and that's what's going to be coming in for us, very low humidity. It's also going to cool down. Today, our high is just going to be near 70 this afternoon. Even tomorrow, just in the mid-60s. Really nice fall-like day tomorrow. The weekend warms up a little bit into the lower 70s, but still nice and comfortable with very low humidity. So although this fall-like weather is coming in, not yet for our peak colors in terms of the leaves changing. That will be first week of October for the Adirondacks, second week of October for the rest of the North Country and the Southern Valleys, and a little bit later for the Mohawk Valley, but it is just around the corner. We are going to be seeing a nice weekend now. I did mention that Hurricane Lee may bring in clouds and wind for Saturday for us, but it looks like it is going to continue to track further east. It's still going to be rain to the New England area Saturday morning. It looks to make landfall as a Category 1 hurricane in Nova Scotia Saturday later in the day, but at this point it is far enough away from us where we won't be seeing any effects from Hurricane Lee. So today on our Skycast, the rain clears out later this morning, and we will start to see some sunshine come in for the afternoon. Highs are going to be near 70 today. Tonight will cool down into the lower 50s, comfortable for sleeping. Tomorrow, it is going to be a fall-like day. At noon, we'll be in the low 60s, mid-60s for the high temperature with sunshine and breezy conditions. So expect it to really improve for the rest of the day today after the rain clears out. Sun starts to come in. We'll be near 70, so not too hot. And tonight it will be nice and comfortable for sleeping. Tomorrow, if you like fall, a really nice fall-like day tomorrow will be in the mid-60s with sunshine. Another really nice day on Friday. Although we warm up a little bit, it's still going to be really beautiful outside. And we'll warm up into the low 70s this weekend, but low humidity is expected. So overall, a nice next couple of days coming in.
Evans and Hannah, that heavy rain we saw much earlier this morning has passed on.
Yes, so the rain has moved out. Still a few spotty showers are possible, but we'll start to see the sun peek out this afternoon. Here's a look at our York Full Battery Storm Tracker 2 Doppler radar. We can see the heavy rain is to the east, and we are just seeing a few pop-up showers at this point that are still possible, but we will continue to clear out. If we look at our Mesonet camera, seeing some spotty sunshine in some areas like in Camden, Morrisville, Sherburne. Today, the sun will continue to peek out as clouds decrease, and we're going to be a little bit cooler. Temperatures right now just at 68 degrees. That dew point is decreasing as well. We will be much more comfortable this evening in terms of humidity, but it is a little bit breezy left over behind that cold front. So the sun will start to come in once we completely dry out this afternoon, and it's going to start to feel a little bit more like fall over these next couple of days. The weekend is looking really nice so far with sunshine and low humidity. So expect highs to just be near 70 today as the sun peaks out. It's going to be a little bit breezy though, and I will talk more about this fall weather coming in. Coming up, Gary.
Hannah, thanks. Newly released video of a fatal.
The WKTV Tower Cam is brought to you by the Central Association for the Blind and Visually Impaired. From Central New York's most dependable weather team, here's meteorologist Hannah Evans.
Good afternoon, everybody. We are tracking dry conditions now, and we're starting to see the sun peek out this afternoon. So let's take a look at downtown Utica. We are still seeing more clouds than sun, but we will continue to see the clouds decrease this afternoon for sunny skies later. It is overall going to be a cooler afternoon. We are seeing breezy conditions now and temperatures just in the 60s. But that heavy rain once again has moved out. Here's our York Full Battery Storm Tracker 2 Doppler radar. Just a few spotty showers in our area at this this hour. And this cold front that moved through left behind cooler weather, breezy conditions, and those clouds are still lingering around as well. Our sky watchers have us just in the 60s. High temperatures today will remain just near 70 degrees. We have 68 degrees in Mohawk and 66 degrees in Cassville. Once again, we'll be just near 70 today, feeling a little bit more like fall, and we will continue to see this dew point decrease. As we can see to our west, really comfortable humidity that will continue to happen here as that cold front pushes through and really drops our dew point. We will be really comfortable in terms of humidity by tonight and for the rest of the week into the weekend. So Nala and her neighbor are super excited about that. Today, her and Luna are finally saying hi to each other. They couldn't see each other this morning because it was raining and we had some patchy fog, but they're starting to see the sun peek out a little bit, and we're dry now, so they'll sunbathe together for the rest of this afternoon as the sun continues to come out. So for the next couple of days, it's going to feel a little bit more like fall after this cold front moved through. Highs just near 70 today. Tomorrow, a really nice fall-like day. We'll just be in the mid-60s, and then we'll continue to just be in the lower 70s for the end of the week and the weekend with that low humidity, and it looks like the breeze sticks around as well. So it really is going to feel a little bit cooler over the next few days, but we're not quite expecting that peak fall color just yet on the trees. We do have still a little bit of a while for that, but it's just around the corner. First week of October up in the Adirondacks, we can see peak fall color. Second week of October for the rest of the North Country and the Southern Valleys and the Mohawk Valley just a little bit later. Now, I did mention this weekend that we could be seeing some effects of Hurricane Lee, but at this point, it looks to have tracked a little bit more off the coast. So we are going to be nice and sunny this weekend. We won't be seeing the extra cloud cover anymore. It looks to hit either Maine or Nova Scotia as a Category 1 hurricane on Saturday and continue to move up the coast there. It will not affect us here in central New York. So for the rest of today, we will be dry and we'll start to see those clouds decrease for some sunshine. We'll also be breezy. Tonight we'll fall into the 50s. It will be comfortable for sleeping. And tomorrow it will be a really nice fall day. If you do like fall, tomorrow is going to be a great day. Lower 60s at noon, mid 60s for the high temperature with sunshine and a breeze. So for the rest of today, expect the clouds to continue to decrease for partly sunny skies. It's going to remain breezy, and we will get cool and comfortable tonight with fall-like weather continuing tomorrow. We'll warm up into the lower 70s for the weekend, but still is going to be really nice with low humidity. Gary?
Maybe take Nala out for a walk this
Yes.
afternoon.
Yeah, maybe I'll go with her backpack. She likes it.
Put her in the backpack.
Yes.
Hannah, thanks. Well, the CDC has approved an updated COVID vaccine. Nothing compared to that, thankfully. Meteorologist Hannah Evans joins us now. And Hannah, that rain has since moved on.
Yes, we did see the heavy rain clear out this morning, and we will continue to see clouds decrease this afternoon. Let's take a look now at our York Full Battery Storm Tracker 2 Doppler radar. A few pop-up showers still in the area at this time, but we are mostly dried out for now, and we're starting to see some sun peek out in some areas, especially more up north, and we're also seeing a little bits of blue skies on our Mesonet cameras. So we will continue to see the clouds decrease this afternoon and that dew point decrease as well. So we have our dew point at 59 degrees, starting to get more comfortable. Our temperature just at 67 degrees. It will be more fall-like for the rest of the day, and it is going to be windy. So the sun will start to come out for the rest of this afternoon, and it's definitely going to feel a little bit more like fall for the next couple of days after that cold front has moved through, and we will be seeing nice weather this weekend. So expect partly sunny skies for the rest of the day. It will be windy with highs near 70. I will talk a little bit more about this nice stretch coming up, Gary.
Hannah, thanks. Educators down in Florida.
The WKTV Tower Cam is brought to you by the Central Association for the Blind and Visually Impaired. From Central New York's most dependable weather team, here's meteorologist Hannah Evans.
Good afternoon, everybody. We are all dried out now, and we're going to be feeling a little bit more like fall for the rest of this afternoon. So let's take a look at downtown Utica. We are still seeing some dark clouds, but don't worry, the rain has cleared out. We shouldn't really be seeing any rain except for a few spotty showers, and we're starting to see some peaks of sunshine. We can see some glow here from the sun on our camera. Here is our York Full Battery Storm Tracker 2 Doppler radar. Once again, that heavy rain is out. We are just seeing a few pops of green, a few pop-up showers are possible, but we will be mostly dry for the rest of this afternoon with some clouds still, but that will continue to decrease, and this cold front that pushed through left behind a little bit of a wind, and it will continue to drop our humidity. Our temperatures are just in the 60s as well, according to our sky watchers. 66 degrees in Cassville and 69 59 degrees in Clinton. So we will start to feel a little bit more like fall today. We're a little bit cooler than yesterday, and we will be much cooler tomorrow with this humidity continuing to drop as well. This dew point number will keep decreasing. We're at 59 degrees right now for the dew point, but we are expected to be in the 40s for tonight and over the next few days. Tomorrow, it's definitely going to feel more like fall. We'll be seeing sunshine. It's going to be an overall nice day, but we'll just be in the mid-60s for the high temperature. And we'll have that low humidity and those windy conditions, so it is definitely going to feel a little bit chilly outside. We'll warm up again for the weekend. We'll just reach the lower 70s, but still more fall-like with low humidity. Now, we're not around peak color just yet, but we are expected to see peak color kind of just around the corner. First week of October up for the Adirondacks. We have second week of October for the North Country and the Southern Valleys, and a little bit later in the Mohawk Valley, the third week of October. So it's not soon, but it is just right around the corner. It's about a month away when we start seeing those leaves really change. Now, I know this weekend I said it was possible that our weather was kind of dictated by Hurricane Lee, but at this point it has tracked further east off the coast, so it looks like we won't be seeing any cloudy skies or windy conditions on Saturday from this hurricane. It's going to be nice this weekend for us, but Hurricane Lee will make landfall, it looks like, as a Category 1 hurricane in either Maine or Nova Scotia. It is far away enough from central New York where we won't be seeing any effects from this weekend. So on our skycast for the rest of today, clouds will continue to decrease. It will be windy with temperatures ranging in the 60s. We'll fall into the 50s tonight. We'll be cool and comfortable for sleeping, and will remain cooler tomorrow. We'll just reach the mid-60s for the high temperature with a breeze and some sunshine. So expect those clouds to continue to decrease today, but it will remain windy. Highs are going to be just near 70, and we really drop down in temperature tonight. We get pretty cool and comfortable for sleeping. Definitely feeling a little bit more like fall tomorrow. We'll warm back up into the lower 70s for the weekend, but it will be nice with low humidity. Gary.
Hannah, thanks. News Talk this noon. We are joined by...
Now for a first look at the forecast tonight, we're bringing Chief Meteorologist Bill Cardis. Hey, it turned out to be pretty nice today after all.
Yeah, after some rain in the morning, things really changed. We're seeing some sunshine. We're starting a stretch of some really nice and very fall-like weather. Let's take a live look at the Yorkville Battery Storm Tracker 2 Doppler radar. Some showers to our east, continuing to move away from central New York. And again, we're seeing the stage set for some really nice weather. Current temperature is 69 degrees. The humidity is dropping, so is the temperature. It is cooler today than yesterday. West-northwest breeze at 14 miles an hour. Cooling off tonight, overnight lows drop down into the upper 40s to low 50s. It's going to feel like fall tomorrow with high temperatures only in the 60s. The weather looks really nice as we head into the weekend. Again, a stretch of dry days, consecutive dry days in a row, something we aren't really used to here in central New York, especially after the end of a very wet summer. So we're tracking that. We're also looking at the fall foliage and when peak color is expected to emerge this year, and that's coming up. Jason, back to you.
All right, Bill, thank you. Lieutenant Governor Antonio Delgado.
The WKTV Tower Cam is brought to you by the Central Association for the Blind and Visually Impaired. From Central New York's most dependable weather team, here's Chief Meteorologist Bill Cardis.
Good evening. Some cooler weather returns tonight. Overnight lows are expected to fall into the upper 40s to low 50s across the region. Let's take a look at overnight low temperatures expected. Nothing unheard of for this time of the year, but it is going to be quite the change compared to where we've been lately. We've had a lot of nights in the 60s with higher humidity, but tonight's going to be very different. It's going to feel more like fall as some cooler weather arrives. Remsen down to 48. Utica down to 51, across Southern Valleys, Herkimer 52, Cooperstown 49, Norwich drops down to 48 tonight. And with this cooler weather, and with a couple of the leaves starting to change, we're starting to think more and more about peak fall color. We're still a few weeks away from this, even though, again, several areas are noticing the leaves change. It won't be until early, the very first part of October, that the Adirondacks will hit peak color. It's usually the very, very end of September to very early October. So again, the first week of October is the best time to see the colors in the Adirondacks. Second weekend of October, north of the valley. The third week of October in the Mohawk Valley. in terms of what the colors are going to look like this year, we're just going to have to wait and see because I know we've had a wet summer, but it's not all about weather. Sometimes the leaves just do their own thing. Live look at the Yorkville Battery Storm Tracker 2 Doppler radar. Looking pretty quiet across central New York. Clouds still, but some breaks of sunshine. We're looking at breezy conditions this evening as cooler weather moves in from Canada. And temperatures are very comfortable now. Utica 70 degrees, Whitesboro 68, Westmoreland 68 degrees, Sherburne 73, Cooperstown 70, and Skinnevis with 66. Coolest day of the next 7 looks to be tomorrow. A high temperature of 65. Temperatures climb back into the 70s as we head into the weekend. Cool tomorrow night. A lot of places down into the low 40s. Radar and satellite image showing a cold front continuing to push to the east, again bringing the clouds and showers with it. We're looking at dry weather tonight. Overnight lows drop down into the low 50s to upper 40s. Tomorrow, a mix of sunshine and clouds. A nice day, but cool with high temperatures in the mid 60s. Tomorrow night, down into the 40s. Some of the outlying spots into the upper 30s. Beautiful day Friday, sunshine. Temperatures climb to near 70. It should be a really nice night for high school football with thickening clouds heading into Friday night. Forecast as we head into tonight. Again, overnight lows down to 50. Comfortable conditions. Tomorrow, beautiful day, partly sunny, temperatures in the mid 60s. Storm Tracker 2 7-day forecast. Sunshine continues throughout the end of the week and into the weekend. Consecutive dry days. Imagine that. A few showers possible on Monday, but overall, we're getting away from the rains that we've seen at the end of August and some much needed dry weather.
All right, Bill, thank you. Well, it's that time of year. Meteorologist Bill Curtis, who tells us when it's safe to mow the lawn.
Yeah, I know we've been getting a lot of rain lately. If you have to cut the lawn, you have lots of options over the next couple of days. We're looking at comfortable weather. Sunshine, breezy conditions, tomorrow, Friday, Saturday, all good days to do that. Our MoCast is sponsored by Clinton Tractor. Live look outside after dealing with some rain earlier today. The sun is back out, and we're looking at pretty quiet weather. It will be a nice evening to take the dog out for a walk. Temperatures will settle back into the 60s, and our sunset nowadays is 7:15. We're looking at clear skies this evening with temperatures in the 60s, and tonight's featured dog is Ziva from Cooperstown. And if you want to be part of this, head to Bill's Buddies on Facebook. We're tracking against some nice weather over the next couple of days. Some cool nights ahead, too. Look at that forecast coming up. Jason, back to you.
All right, Bill, thank you. Bassett Cares, the hospital system.
The WKTV Tower Cam is brought to you by the Central Association for the Blind and Visually Impaired. From Central New York's most dependable weather team, here's Chief Meteorologist Bill Curtis.
Good evening. We're tracking some nice and cool weather returning to central New York, feeling more like fall over the next couple of days. A live look at the Yorkville Battery Storm Tracker 2 Doppler radar. After a wet start to the day, a cold front has now pushed to the east, and we are seeing the conditions in its wake, that dry, cooler air on its way, and also clearing skies. We've seen a noticeable improvement in cloud cover, a lot less of them over the past half hour or so as we look to the east in downtown Utica. You can see the deep blue sky as the humidity gets lower. The sky tends to get bluer. With temperatures in the 60s across the area, it's actually a very comfortable evening. We're going to drop down into the 50s and 40s tonight. And our sky watchers checking in: Barneveld 68 degrees, Micah New Hartford 69, Old Ford 63. Across Southern Valleys, Ilion 71, Sequoia 66, Cooperstown 67, and Market Milford checks in with 64. Cold front now departing to the east, and behind it we've got winds from the west bringing in some of that Canadian air, and again with no wildfire smoke this time around. We're looking at sunshine this evening, partly cloudy skies tonight. Overnight lows drop down into the low 50s to upper 40s, so a night where you don't need the air conditioner. Tomorrow looks like a very fall-like day with partly cloudy skies, the temperatures in the mid-60s. Tomorrow night, looking at mostly clear skies. Overnight lows well into the 40s. Wouldn't be surprised to see some of the outlying spots briefly touch the upper 30s. Heading into Friday, it should be a nice day, plenty of sunshine, High temperatures are expected to climb into the low 70s and a really nice night for high school football. Still talking about Hurricane Lee. The track from the National Hurricane Center brings it making landfall on Saturday afternoon somewhere around Nova Scotia into eastern Maine. Locally, we're still too far away to see any significant impact from that. Maybe some cloud cover, maybe a light breeze on Saturday, but again, it still looks like this is too far away to impact our weather. If anything changes, we'll let you know. Comfortable tonight, down to 50. Sunshine tomorrow, mixed with some clouds, temperatures in the mid-60s. Storm Tracker 2 7-day forecast. The weather stays dry through the weekend. Temperatures in the low 70s, very comfortable during the day, warm, cool at night. Looking at some showers here on Monday. Temperatures in the upper 60s on Tuesday and into the mid-70s again as we look ahead to next Wednesday. We'll be right back.
Chief Meteorologist Bill Cardis.
Turning out to be a nice day after some rain this morning. We have a cold front that moved through, and in its wake, it is going to feel a lot more like fall. Let's take a live look at the Yorkville Battery Storm Tracker 2 Doppler radar. Showers have now moved into eastern New York. The temperature, a comfortable 66 degrees, partly sunny skies. The humidity is down. Northwest wind at 15 miles an hour, and that change will continue as we head into tonight. We'll cool off. You don't need the air conditioner. Overnight lows drop into the low 50s to upper 40s. It's going to feel cool tomorrow. Highs only in the 60s. The weekend is looking really nice. A stretch of weather without rain. A dry stretch of weather is expected heading into the weekend. Partly sunny skies this evening. Temperatures in the mid-60s. We're taking a look at when we can expect peak fall color. Some fall weather in the forecast. I'll let you know when that will be arriving here in central New York, and that's coming up. Kristen, back to you.
Lieutenant Governor Antonio Delgado.
The WKTV Tower Cam is brought to you by the Central Association for the Blind and Visually Impaired. From Central New York's most dependable weather team, here's Chief Meteorologist Bill Cardis.
Good evening. Welcome back. We are tracking some cooler weather as a cold front rolled through earlier today. We're going to see a drop in the temperature tonight. It is going to be much cooler tonight compared to the last couple of nights. Overnight lows drop into the upper 40s in a lot of areas, down to 47 in Boonville, 45 in Old Forge, Middleville 48. Little Falls down to 51. Across southern valleys, turn off into the upper 40s for many areas. Richfield Springs 48, Canajoharie 53, New Hartford down to 52. And with these cool nights ahead, feeling like fall tomorrow, you might have fall foliage on your mind. And I know the leaves are beginning to change. We're getting some color. Question is, when will they be near peak? This year, we're expecting peak to arrive in very early October in the Adirondacks, the second week of October in the higher elevations, and the third week of October in the lower elevations. Now, how they play out this year compared to last year, really anybody's guess. I know weather seems to be a big factor here, but in reality, the leaves change because the days get shorter. And the process has already begun, whatever the weather does. It seems to be about the same time just about every year. Live look at the Yorkville Battery Storm Tracker 2 Doppler radar. Again, it looks pretty quiet across the region after seeing some rain earlier today. Skies are clearing out. Look at the nice blue, the dark blue starting to show up. That's because the humidity is getting lower. Skies tend to be bluer because of that. It's a live look in downtown Utica. Sky watchers in the upper 60s to low 70s. 66 in Curtis Corners, West Leiden 63. Across southern valleys, Westford 66, Paynes Hollow with 69. Again, that cold front continues to move to the east, and behind it, high pressure takes over. That brings clear skies to our area tonight. Overnight lows in the upper 40s to low 50s. Tomorrow looks like a nice day, just a few fair weather clouds. Temperatures climb into the mid 60s. Tomorrow night, mostly clear skies. We're down into the 40s. Some of the outlying spots briefly touching the upper 30s. So a cool start to Friday. Friday looks like a beautiful day. Plenty of sunshine, warmer temperatures near 70. We're also watching Hurricane Lee as it marches to the north, likely making landfall near Nova Scotia. There likely will be some impacts with this across coastal New England, especially Cape Cod. Cape Cod could still see some pretty strong winds with this as it moves to the east. Comfortable tonight, down to 50. Tomorrow, beautiful day, feeling very fall-like with high temperatures in the 60s. Storm Tracker 2 7-day forecast. Sunshine on Friday. Looks like a really nice night for high school football. Dry weather over the weekend. Temperatures in the low 70s. Some showers expected on Monday. And some pleasant weather here as we look ahead to Tuesday and Wednesday.
The forecast tonight, and we're talking about the leaves. I can't believe it already.
Yeah,
you
so
can see them in some places.
I was going to say, normally right now we put out the first fall foliage map, but you know what? It's not really helpful. I mean, we know that the leaves are changing. They're not even close to peak. So I figured, why don't we talk about when the leaves are actually going to peak?
I like that.
So
Let's
you can
do
kind
that.
of plan this out, because I know a lot of people are interested in seeing when the best colors are.
Sure.
October 1st, that Sunday, the very first Sunday in October, that's when you want to go up to Old Forge, Lake Pleasant. Anywhere in the Adirondacks will be great.
Yep.
Second week of October, that's the higher elevations, and then the Mohawk Valley. The third week of October is when we typically see really great colors. So kind of laying it out for you here. And again, for 3 weeks in a row, you can see peak color. That's the beauty about living in such diverse climates across central New York. It takes 3 weeks for peak color to move from the mountains to the valleys in upstate New York. Okay, live look at our Yorkville Battery Storm Tracker 2 Doppler radar. Pretty quiet across the region tonight. We saw rain earlier today. That cold front has now pushed to the east, and it is cooling off. We're down to 58 degrees. Temperatures tonight are expected to bottom out in the low 50s. Good weather to cut the lawn over the next several days. You've got a chance to dry out. Our MoCast, by the way, is brought to you by Clinton Tractor. So we're tracking some cooler weather tonight. We're going to look at some of the overnight lows and also a very fall-like Thursday. Look at your forecast coming out. Jason, back to you.
All right, Bill, thank you. Lieutenant Governor Antonio.
The WKTV Tower Cam is brought to you by the Central Association for the Blind and Visually Impaired. From Central New York's most dependable weather team, here's Chief Meteorologist Bill Curtis.
Good evening. It's going to be a cool one tonight. Temperatures are expected to drop into the upper 40s to low 50s. While this isn't anything near record-breaking, and it's not even all that cold for this time of the year, it will be a much cooler night compared to what we're used to. We've had a lot of warm nights here the past couple of weeks here in September. Remsen, 48 degrees for the overnight low. Utica, 51. Middleville, 48. Across Southern Valleys, New Hartford down to 52. Richfield Springs, 48. Morris, 48. Cooperstown down to 49. Cold front came through earlier today. It's now to the east. Skies are clearing out, and that's setting the stage for cool weather tonight. A live look in downtown Utica. We're looking to the east. Again, it's pretty quiet. The temperature trend, we made it to 70 today. We won't tomorrow. We'll be in the 60s. But we are generally near average here heading into the weekend as well as early next week. We do have a couple of cooler nights ahead. Tomorrow night down into the low 40s. Radar and satellite image showing the cold front now to the east, and behind it we've got high pressure building in that will bring us plenty of sunshine over the next couple of days. Storm Tracker 2 Skycast tonight. Overnight lows again drop down into the upper 40s to low 50s. It's looking like a beautiful day tomorrow. Sunshine, a few fair weather clouds in the afternoon, so we'll call it partly sunny. Temperatures climb into the mid 60s. Tomorrow night, skies remain mostly clear, and that's going to allow temperatures to fall into the low 40s. The outlying spots could briefly drop into the 30s. We'll start out Friday morning with sunshine, and it's going to be a beautiful Friday afternoon. High temperatures close to 70 degrees, and it should be really nice here as we get into Friday night for the football games, looking at dry weather. We're continuing to track Hurricane Lee in the Atlantic. It's moving to the north. It's still a hurricane. It's expected to make landfall as a hurricane somewhere between eastern Maine and Nova Scotia as we head into Saturday afternoon. As a hurricane, this could have some pretty big implications weather-wise along Cape Cod and into coastal New England. But as far as our local weather is concerned, we're going to be far enough away from this where we will see no big impacts. We may see a few high clouds. It might be breezy on Saturday, but again, we're going to stay away from the brunt of the strong winds and the rain. Comfortable tonight, down to 50. Sunshine tomorrow mixed in with some clouds. High temperature of 65, again, feeling like fall. Storm Tracker 2 7-day forecast. Sunshine Friday, 71. Beautiful weekend. Temperatures in the low 70s. Our next chance of rain on Monday. 4 days in a row without rain. Wow.
I can't remember when we said that.
It's like hitting the lottery around here.
It is. We'll take it. All right. Thanks, Bill. Coming up next, what's it tonight with Chief Meteorologist Bill Cardis? We talk about it all the time in the fall. When's the best time to go out and see leaves? Well, it's too early right now.
Right, and
But
usually by now we start putting out those fall foliage maps, and we usually say, oh, the leaves are, so we're seeing just very little color. Let's just talk about when we expect the peak.
when are we going to see it?
Let's just go for it. October 1st. Very end of September, early October is the peak color in the Adirondacks. The peak color in the hilltops north and south. The second week of October, it's the third week of October in the Mohawk Valley. So it takes about 3 weeks of time for our area to go from peak color in the Adirondacks to the Mohawk Valley.
Plenty of chances.
Lots of chances, yeah. You got to cut multiple weekends. We don't always bank on one good weekend of weather here. Hopefully we can have 3 in a row, but you know how it is around here. It is quite an interesting climate, too. The fact that we can see such a long duration of time because we have such varying climate across our area is pretty neat. And again, we'll be enjoying that over the next couple of weeks again once we start heading into October. Live look at the Yorkville Battery Stern Tracker 2 Doppler radar. It's quiet. We had a cold front roll through earlier today, and it is cooling off. Our temperature's down to 55 degrees, and will continue to cool off tonight. A lot of places will fall into the upper 40s to low 50s. Looking to cut the lawn, got a lot of opportunities over the next few days. Dry conditions Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. We are tracking some cooler weather and also the latest on where Hurricane Lee goes, and that's coming up. Jason, back to you.
Bill, thank you. Lieutenant Governor Antonio Delgado.
The WKTV Tower Cam is brought to you by the Central Association for the Blind and Visually Impaired. From Central New York's most dependable weather team, here's Chief Meteorologist Bill Cardis.
Cool weather tonight. Overnight lows are expected to drop down into the 40s. This is a look at what we're expecting temperatures to bottom out as we get into early tomorrow morning. 51 in Utica, down to 48 in Remsen, 45 in Old Forge, Camden, 46 across southern valleys. Looking at a low temperature in Richfield Springs of 48, Morris 48, down to 49 in Cooperstown. No, this is not even close to record breaking, but it's the coolest night of the week, and it's the coolest night in quite a while. We've had a lot of humid, warm nights lately, especially this month of September. A lot of warm days, a lot of warm nights, and that is going to change, at least for now. So you look at the radar and satellite image, again, things are looking pretty quiet. Downtown Utica, mostly clear skies, dry weather, low humidity, a recipe for getting cooler overnights. And that'll be the case again tomorrow. High temperature of 65, down into the low 40s tomorrow night, which means some of the first 30-degree temperatures of the season are expected in the outlying areas. But it won't last. We're climbing back into the 70s as we head into the weekend. Radar and satellite image to the west we go. We've got high pressure building in, and that's going to give us sunshine and very nice weather tomorrow. Our Stern Tracker 2 Skycast, again, showing mostly clear skies tonight. We're down into the upper 40s to low 50s first thing tomorrow morning. A few fair weather clouds tomorrow, otherwise a nice day, partly sunny, temperatures in the mid-60s. Clearing skies tomorrow night, overnight lows down into the low 40s. Again, some of the cooler spots briefly hitting the 30s. Heading into Friday, sunshine. It will warm up. Looks like a beautiful afternoon. Temperatures climb into the low 70s. Really nice weather for high school football games across the region. Hurricane Lee continuing to move north. It's a Category 2 hurricane. It's been weakening because it's rolling into some colder waters. Still expecting to make landfall somewhere between eastern Maine and Nova Scotia as a hurricane, as a Category 1 hurricane Saturday. Locally, not much weather is expected with this. We may see a few high clouds. Coastal New England, especially Cape Cod, could be seeing some very strong winds with this. But again, locally, this stays to our east. Comfortable tonight, down to 50. Tomorrow, partly sunny skies, feeling like fall, with a high of 65. Stern Tracker 2 7-day forecast. Low 40s tomorrow night, 71 on Friday, sunny skies, beautiful weather over the weekend, temperatures in the low 70s. Rain returns maybe Monday, the one and only day of rain on the 7-day forecast. How about that? Seems like we couldn't stop talking about rain in August, and things are starting to turn around.
Friday, though,
There.
looking great for high school football.
A 12 out of 10.
I'll take that. All right, sounds good. Thanks, Phil. Coming up next, what's at stake